Hey folks, I'm going to be doing a quick video on workflow with the Cafelat Robot DF64. This might be helpful to some people who are interested in one or the other, or maybe who want both and want to see how the workflow is, how it compares to traditional pump machine. So maybe we'll take a look at how it all works together. See, in my opinion, it's not a lot of work, and actually I've just got the kettle going right now. It's pretty simple. Once you've boiled the kettle and you got enough water to preheat your cup and all that stuff in, making espresso is not too much different. You got a different basket. Of course, it's a lot deeper. I find that a huge plus. Just be able to catch more grounds from this thing. But we'll see how it all works. And as the kettle's boiling, we'll get started. I'm gonna weigh 18 grams of these beans. These are some Mars Java Roasters beans. Kind of a medium roast. And I have it running around a setting 7.5, maybe 8. I'm gonna target an 18 gram dose and about 40 out for my output. So slightly more than the 2-to-1. That's what works well for me. These are the SSP HU uniformity burrs, and they've been really great. So, quick mist spray just to get a little bit of moisture in before you pop this in. While I do that, I'm gonna go get my cup preheated. So boiling water in. You just heard the click. Let it just get nice and hot. Zero my scale with the portafilter in hand. Let's grind a dose. And I took the clumper out of mine as well. I found to get less regrinding and more consistent ground when not using that declumper in there. So I've just decided to leave it off. Just RDT to get rid of any sort of static. I'll usually pump the bellows a little bit with a bit harder with the dosing cup, because I grind directly into the robot basket. And I'm just gonna use my brush to get it all in. I know this seems like it's a lot of work, but it's really not. You could blow the bellows with the whole portafilter, but I find there's a little bit of mess. On my scale I've got 17.9, so about a 0.1 gram of retention. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. It has actually gotten a little bit better. I'll just take my tamper and tamp. It's gotten a lot better after you kind of pack the grounds, and I'll do a little bit of a video on that. If you clean the upper burr chamber a little bit too much, what happens is there's going to be pockets where it'll need to collect a little bit of coffee grounds for it to not retain the little bits there. I'm probably doing a really bad job of explaining that. But anyway, I'm going to reboil the kettle, get it all nice and hot. Beauty of the robot is you don't need special kettle or anything, you just use straight hot water out of this thing. And I got a scale underneath mine as well. So kettles boil, you heard the click. Hot water all the way in, leave a small gap at the top. And I'm gonna dump my hot water that I had in my cup from a preheating perspective, and we'll start extracting. I'm gonna try to get this a little bit closer as well. So I'm going to pre-infuse for about 2, maybe 3-ish bars. I got my scale underneath. I'm going to be targeting a 40 gram output. So just a couple drops. Extraction at around 7 bars is kind of where I like to keep things. Might have needed to coarsen up my grind a little bit. Okay, the channeling just stopped, so the grind wasn't quite perfect. May have gone a little bit too fine for that. It's about 36, 7, 8, 9, 40 grams out, I'm done. And then I'll just put the portafilter in the sink, and then you got your espresso, and that's hot. So 5 minutes of me talking about how to use this thing. I think its workflow is not bad in my opinion. There's less moving parts, less things to unscrew. Overall, really good experience. I really recommend this thing a lot. This robot. They're really well made. The downside is they don't work with a lot of proprietary baskets and things like that. But honestly, you don't really need a lot. I have this WDT tool that I found has been really helpful, but other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. Hopefully this was of some value to people who are considering getting one of these and might be thinking, oh, it doesn't have the preheating element from the Flare 58. Bit worried about temperature stability. I wouldn't fret about it. When you're using perfectly hot water from the kettle, it'll drop right in the middle of the espresso range around the 90-degree mark, and that's perfect. Sometimes with people heating things for a while, you might end up with a bit of campfire taste notes. So sometimes super hot isn't quite the way to go. Honestly, I think there's a light roast coffee that I've got here from Hatch. These are some Colombian beans, the Santuario, but I haven't been able to make great espresso with them. I don't think that's what they're designed to do. I think blends or slightly medium to dark roasted coffees are really the most ideal for espresso anyway, at least for me. So, and that's good. Even with the little bit of channeling that I had, which maybe you didn't see very well, was really good output. So I might do another video if this is helpful, but just to give you a sense of the workflow with this thing isn't so bad, I think. Workflow of this thing isn't so bad either. So if this helps, let me know, and take care. Have a great day.